The AirMobil Flying Cars. The AirMobil Flying Car. Have you ever been in a modern expensive car or some private luxurious jet? How did it feel? How about drawing both experiences in just a single ride? Yes, it's possible in no other place than in this one rarest brand new AirMobil Flying Car. What is this rarest machine and what does it offer? Let's find out in this video. Fasten your belt for we are about to take a journey into one splendid invention of the AirMobil company. You can pause for a moment and hit the thumbs up, the subscribe button, and the notification bell to get more interesting discoveries in the automobile industry. Let's get started. Of the sectors that have faced amazing revolution, none can be likened to the road and air transport sectors. Presently, there are about 1.4 billion vehicles on the roads in the world. If you were to park them nose to tail, the line would stretch from Sydney to London, and then back to Sydney, then back to London, and then back to Sydney. It sounds funny, doesn't it? What if you have these similar numbers with planes? Unfortunately, it is not so, but the numbers rather are in the travelers. According to Flight Radar 24, in 2019 alone, some 4.5 billion passengers took 42 million flights worldwide. That is an average of 115,000 commercial flights every day. Inasmuch as the aircraft industry has immensely evolved since the dawn of the century, there is still a keen shortage of enough airmobile to ferry people from places, especially into and out of those areas where road transport could not be possible or very expensive to construct. But who has felt the need better than the engineers of the AirMobil company? Yes, necessity has mothered one brilliant invention of the flying car. You heard it right. For some time now, the Slovakian AirMobil company, with a history stretching back to 1990, has been on a tireless quest to come up with a machine that can fill this gap. And the outcome of their invention is quite a spectacle: the flying car. The high-end vehicle species is equally at home on the road or in the air. The AirMobil Flying Car is a prototype roadable aircraft designed and constructed by the AeroMobil Team, based in Bratislava, Slovakia, and led by co-founders Štefan Klein and Juraj Vaculík, and advised by inventor Dean Kamen. Inspired by the mythical winged horse Pegasus, it was conceived as a vehicle that can be converted from an automobile to an aircraft. To formulate and come up with the most advanced proof of concept version took 20 years to develop, and the first was flown in 2013. About this time, the engineers of AirMobil company had already in store 4 developmental versions of the AirMobil: the 1.0, 2.0, 2.5, and 3.0. With earlier versions lacking folding wings, while later versions have folding wings and fins around the wheels. But the company in June 2017, during an international Paris air show held at Paris Le Bourget Airport, the AM company launched the most advanced version, the AeroMobil 4.0. It is projected that this new species of vehicle will start deliveries in 2024. How AirMobil version 4.0 works. Everything needed to convert the AM 4.0 from car to plane happens in 3 minutes with the flip of a switch. The wings swing forward, the rear bumper swings down to become part of the lifting surface, and the blades of the propeller tilt upright. Features on the digital screen right in front of the driver-turned-pilot switches from car to aviation, while all other controls change from car to airplane, effectively engaging the propeller, flaps, ailerons, and rudder instead of the wheels. After takeoff, the wheels are raised into the fuselage as much as possible to reduce drag. The one unique feature of the 2-seater luxury AM 4.0 is that it unites the functionality of a car and an airplane in a single flexible platform. The vehicle is built using monocoque construction techniques. The tail surface incorporates flight controls and rear suspension geometry. The ultra-lightweight wheels of the vehicle enable landing on tarmac, concrete, or grass. The AM 4.0 also incorporates an advanced automotive crash structure made of composite materials selected for strength and lightweight, the carbon fiber. An integrated carbon cradle in the center holds the power unit and includes an attachment point for the wings made of composite materials. Each wing includes a wing folding structure and control surfaces with flower flaps for an optimal flying experience. The automotive is 5.9 meters long with a width of 2.2 meters and a height of 1.5 meters, while the aircraft platform measures 5.8 meters long, 8.8 meters wide, and 1.4 meters high. The vehicle can fly at a top speed of 360 kilometers per hour, while the top speed on the road is 160 kilometers per hour. The maximum takeoff weight of the vehicle is 960 kilograms, while the usable load and the fuel capacity are 240 kg and 901 respectively, more than a supercar and a light aircraft combined. power source. The flying car is powered by a hybrid electric propulsion system integrating a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder boxer internal combustion engine with a 300 horsepower and 2 electric motors. It is powered by a dedicated electric front-wheel drive system which develops a maximum power of 110 bhp. The engine is coupled to a direct drive variable pitch propeller through an adaptive transmission during the flight mode. A clutch disengages the propeller in car mode and a hybrid system takes over, powering an electric motor between the front wheels. In case you thought that the basket was empty, you were wrong. How about the super second model of the AM 4.0? On March 15, 2022 in Bratislava, Slovakia, AeroMobil announced the second model of its revolutionary flying car, the 4-seater AM Next. The AM Next combines the groundbreaking engineering of AM 4.0 to form one sublime road air machine. The primary business model for AM Next, which will be launched in 2027, is a fleet aerial ride-hailing service. It will provide significant time savings on regional routes in the 100 to 500 mile range, which are either too far to drive or inconveniently too short to fly. AM Next will provide no-hassle travel, door-to-door single-seat convenience and comfort to work, rest, play, or just enjoy the view. Like AM 4.0, the AM Next flying car has several major advantages that will mark it generally received than other advanced air mobility vehicles. AeroMobile's technology uses existing infrastructure. Since it lands and takes off over just any airport or airstream, there is, therefore, no further need for these infrastructures. And besides the airports and airstrips, the aircraft can land quite comfortably in any nice and smooth field. Besides that, AM Next fits into the existing automotive and aviation regulation. On the roads, it's compliant with the traffic rules yet at the same time abides by the flight regulations when it switches to flight mode. The flying car also has a significantly greater range than eVTOL craft. You know it's not a flying car, not restricted on roads or just on flights. But some enthusiasts believe that AirMobil is more of a roadable aircraft than a flying car. AeroMobil also has very few competitors, which will enable strong profit margins thanks to leading market share and differentiated branding. Other general advantage of the AMs is that they reduce traffic. One of the biggest problems in most modern cities is traffic caused by road vehicles. Roads that were built a long time ago simply can't cope with a huge number of cars, trucks, and other vehicles that compete for space today. And while they drag on in traffic, they have been rated as super high emitters of greenhouse gases. These harmful gases are released at all times. And so, a move to these roadable crafts like AM flying cars has the potential to have a positive impact. Even though AM isn't clean, yet research has found that flying cars reduce emissions. You know, on very few occasions will your AM be long tied in traffic with your engine running. I mean, you just get off-road to the nearest field and then into the air in less than 3 minutes. Therefore, more investment in flying cars can make them effective around our cities in the future, especially in freeing up the roads and the streets for pedestrians and cyclists. These are the clean and welcome forms of transportation that most people wish for in our cities. But currently, where they are competing for space with cars, it becomes a dangerous and not a very pleasant experience. With more space created, roads can be turned into large bike lanes or wide pedestrian boulevards, making cities a more pleasant and healthy place to live and work. The AM 4.0 is indeed the consummation of leading-edge automotive and aerospace design and engineering. With its advanced materials, luxury features, and impeccable styling, AeroMobil does what no supercar or private jet can do.